I'm a huge fan of stretching just for overall quality of life, not for athletic performance. It makes me feel better. I usually take about 8 to 10 minutes every single day and just get a good stretch in, because I think it's great to be, you know, big, muscular, strong and all that stuff. But one thing I've always prided myself on is being an instrument, you know, not an ornament, meaning I don't want to look like I can run a certain way. I don't want to look like I can lift a certain way, and not actually be able to be athletic. So I want to be functionally strong, not just look like a bodybuilder and have big arms. No, I want to be able to spend time in the gym and have it improve my quality of life, or my ability when I'm walking the street, when I'm on the grind. You know, somebody messes with your wife, you don't want to be so muscular that you can't handle your own. So I usually take a few minutes to stretch because I want to be functional. I want to be able to move really well. So I'll take you guys through my flexibility routine. Hold each stretch from about 15 to 20 seconds. And this is my progression, but I do the same exact stretch every single day before I train, because I want to warm my body up, but I also want to increase my flexibility because it prevents injury. And then when you're flexible, you're just more capable in life in general. You know, especially when you're sitting at a computer desk for 6, 8, 10, 12 hours a day, you can develop shoulder, back, neck pain because you're in the same position and you're doing the same repetitive motions. So I think this part for you guys is going to make you more comfortable when you're working, but it's also going to make you more capable as well. If you guys did nothing, no physical activity, and you only stretch for 10 minutes a day, you would be surprised how much better your work will be, because you're not constantly pausing because your shoulders or your neck are hurting, and you're not waking up in the morning with the stiff back. You're taking that 10 minutes to stretch it out, you know, get everything loose, and then kind of move on with your day. It's going to improve your quality of life, but it's going to improve your productivity as well. So spend about 15 to 20 seconds down here, stretching out your hamstrings, your lower back, your glutes. We go down to the right leg.
Steve.
Yes.
So you stretch always before you warm up? You don't warm
Yeah,
up?
typically it depends on what type of training I'm doing, but I'm always gonna stretch. Dynamic stretching would be stretching, you know, like this, moving around, you know, moving your leg like this. So when I train my legs, I do a dynamic stretching where I'm constantly moving things to warm them up. But if I'm training upper body, then I do static stretching, which is like holding a stretch. And the reason that I do that is when you static stretch, it lengthens the muscles, and I don't want to do that before legs because I want everything to be tight and strong. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is stretching out your calf. It looks like you're stretching your groin, but you're actually putting all your weight through your heel right here. And your calf has 3 different portions of it. You have your soleus, which is attached to your Achilles, and then you have 2 calf heads, and this is stretching all of that down there. As athletes, this is a super important stretch, because a lot of the times when you're weight bearing or you're supporting somebody else's weight, that's when a lot of Achilles injuries happen, and Achilles tears and the Achilles ruptures can completely ruin and end your career. So this is a stretch that as professional athletes we do quite a bit. All right, the next one, you're going to be about shoulder width apart. You take your elbows and push out on your knees, stretching your groin. And it's okay to get a little bit of movement and sit down into it until you kind of find where it stretches best for you. Get our right quad. And when you're doing this one, don't bend over this way. You want to roll your shoulders back and pull that up with your right arm. I'm gonna hold this for 15 to 20 seconds. If you've got to hold onto the rail or hold onto the person next to you for balance, it's no worries. All right, now we're gonna have a seat. Amazing. Feet out in front. And we're not trying to touch our toes, because The common mistake a lot of people make when they're doing this is they're rounding from their shoulder to touch your toes. You're gonna try to get your belly button down to where your groin is. So you're gonna bend at the waist and try to take your belly button down and try to put your chest on the top of your quads. Obviously you're not gonna get there unless you're super flexible, but just about bending at the waist.
Do you do static stretching before you do legs, or you only do dynamic?
No, only dynamic.
Only
before.
dynamic. Static post,
Yep.
foam roll.
You know what? I do massage once a week, and I find that's a little bit more beneficial for me. I stretch enough that I don't knot a lot. Foam rolling for trigger point release is really good for people who have knots, but I'm really consistent with that therapy that I get for recovery. So I don't roll out nearly as much as what a lot of people do. But those people that roll out are self-massaging, and I'd rather just lay on a table for 90 minutes once a week. So spread your legs. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take our right chest down to the top of our right quad. Down to the left.
How you do anything is how you do everything.
Chest to the middle. We're gonna reach out a little bit, but don't roll your neck and don't roll your shoulders down. You wanna try to keep everything up and put your chest down with your shoulders rolled back. All right, for the next one, you're gonna put your left leg out. You're gonna put your right leg over, and then you're gonna take the front of your elbow onto the front of your knee, right hand over your left wrist. You're gonna pull that back, and that's gonna stretch that whole right glute there. For people that have low back problems, a lot of the time stretching your lower back won't help, because the reason your lower back hurts is your glutes are pulling on your lower back, or your hamstrings are pulling on your glutes and making that pull on your lower back. So this is good preventative maintenance for people who from time to time get low back pain. In the same position, you take your left arm, you're gonna throw it over, left palm on the ground, and you're gonna push back with your left elbow into your right knee and stretch your lower back. But when you're doing this, don't bend over here. You're gonna try to pull your chest up and out and take your right shoulder to the back wall. You wanna twist with your upper body, not with your lower back. There's a reason so many people are into yoga. You know, there's this kind of a sense of well-being when you get done. You get stretched out, you just feel better. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is you're gonna put the bone of your right ankle 2 inches above your left knee. Then you're gonna put your arms back like this for support. You're gonna pull your left heel up to where it's flat on the ground, and then you're gonna come off the ground. You're gonna try to, this right knee, pull it down. It's gonna open up your hips a little bit. And then once you kind of achieve that position, you can try to take your your chest and bring it into your left quad. So this. And that's gonna stretch that IT band and stretch that glute out. And you guys notice a lot of these stretches are stretching everything but the lower back, but it benefits the low back. It's all the surrounding muscles, all those assisting muscles in your legs that contribute to back problems. All right, now we're gonna sit down. And from this position, you're gonna put your right foot flat on the ground like this. So just lean over like that. Once you guys are in this position, you're gonna sit up and throw your left arm over. It's gonna be the same stretch as what we were doing earlier for our lower back, except for this is targeting your right glute. You want to try to keep your chest up as much as possible. The more you close off like this, the less stretch you're gonna get. And we want to open up our chest because it's also stretching our upper back, like your left shoulder and your left upper back is getting the stretch as well. All right, so we're gonna go through that same progression. We're just gonna switch legs. So you put your right leg out, left leg over. So your right leg, your right arm over, flat on the ground, and you're gonna twist with your left shoulder back. And while you're doing this, it's a really good time to practice a breathing pattern. It's gonna relax you. You know, that's one of the also the other benefits of yoga and stretching in general. You're getting into a breathing pattern. It's relaxing your body. And when your body's relaxed, your mind can follow that. Think a little bit more clearly. All right, now we're putting that left bone over on our ankle, 2 inches above our knee, pulling that leg up. Got our arms behind us for support. And now we're just gonna bring our chest to our right quad. And just kind of rocking into that nice and easy. Finding that spot for you specifically that's stretching best, because everybody's body is built differently. My hindquarter is a lot more developed than Gerard's, so the place that stretches me might not stretch him. So it's about you individually finding that position that is giving you the best stretch. Let's go. But that was a 18-minute workout, and that's really all the cardio I do in a day. I never really do much more cardio unless it's like going for a walk. I never do more than 20 minutes a day, but I never miss a day. So, you know, if you're a person that wants to get to a certain point, you're going to benefit so much more in life in general. I'm not just talking about cardiovascular health, of making a constant, consistent investment every day than you are going out and saying, you know what, I'm going to run 2 hours today.
I did that one time.
You know,
I was bedside.
I've done everything. I
did a half marathon.
Yeah.
Hour, 40 minutes.
You know, that's not going to make you lean.
Nope.
It's the consistent investment of doing that.